Hey guys and gals, welcome back to week number 4 of the Best Golf of Your Life series, brought to you in part by RotarySwing.com. I'm your instructor, Chris Tyler, and this week we're going to be adding one more moving piece to our ball striking that's going to allow us to become a much more consistent ball striker. We're going to be focusing in on how important it is to keep your eyes very quiet at the release point of the golf swing. So over the first few weeks, what we focused on was, in week number 1, we wanted to minimize a lot of that additional head movement or excess head movement that you may have had in your takeaway or your backswing. In week number 2, we worked on shaking out a lot of that tension that you may have had in your wrists, your forearms. And then in week number 3, which is a really critical week, we worked on controlling the bottom of the swing arc and adding weight transfer to help get the golf club to bottom out in the same spot every single time. So this week, what we're going to be focusing in on is we're going to be keeping our legs stationary. We're going to get into proper stance width, and I want you to go ahead and get a ball in its normal position here, just off the left ear, just like we talked about in last week's video. We're not going to be hitting this golf ball unless you're going to be out at a range or whatnot, but I'm going to have this golf ball positioned right up off my left ear. And what I want to do here now is we're going to tie all these pieces together. We're going to make sure when we start our move, we're going to pick our right heel up, okay, and we're going to push it in the ground, and we're going to turn our body all the way to the top of the golf swing. Okay, so I'm going to stop at this point. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift my weight over to my left heel. Okay, so you're going to see that my head moves back into its original position. I'm going to shift so I've got about 85% of my weight in my left heel right here. And then at this point, what I'm going to do is I am going to now focus my left eye right directly on the back of the golf ball, and I'm going to leave it there until I feel my hands and arms reach up to about belt height when it passes impact here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and load to the top. So I'm going to pick my right heel up. Okay, turn my body to the top. Okay, I'm going to shift my weight left. So I got to feel about 80% of my weight in my left heel, left ankle. I'm going to focus my left eye on the back of the golf ball, and I'm going to let the club release. Now, the reason why I have this ball out here, number 1, I'm going to get you comfortable. It's going to give you a reference point. And number 2, we're going to be looking for the club to still bottom out just in front of this golf ball, just like we worked on last week. Again, so the way this drill is going to work, right heel up, push it in the ground, turn your body, transfer your weight over to your left heel. All right, and then once your weight's over your left heel, you're going to focus your left eye right on the back of the golf ball, push your left heel in the ground, and let the club release, and keep your eye focused back here on the golf ball until your hands reach belt height. I want you to do 1,000 repetitions of this exact move. Start very slowly and start to get yourself up to speed by probably the 800th, 900th rep or so. You want to start to almost feel like you're at full speed, and then in turn, you're going to be ready for next week's video. So let's go through this just one more time for you guys. Ball position is going to be up off my left ear. Okay, we'll pick my right heel up, push it in the ground, keep my right leg flexed. Okay, I'm going to shift my weight over to my left side. Left eye is going to stay focused on the back of the golf ball. Push the left heel on the ground, let the club release in front of our body, no tension. Now, for those of you people that have been battling with maybe a chicken wing or maybe a flip, you've got a different set of homework this week. What you're going to be focusing on is when you shift your weight left, okay, and you're focusing your left eye on the back of the golf ball and you're letting the club release, your right hand is going to be coming off the golf club at impact, and it's not going to be passing impact. Okay, so you're going to do 1,000 reps with your right hand coming off the golf club right at impact. Okay? If you've been struggling with a flip or a chicken wing, those are what you're going to be focusing on this week. Your right hand must come off the golf club. And then next week, what we're going to start to do is we're going to start to ramp our speed up. We're going to start working on controlling our starting line. I'm going to have Flight Scope out here, so we're going to start tracking some of the data, start tracking our speed, start tracking the path of the club, and then the face to path. And you're going to see that we're going to get well on our way to playing some really good, consistent golf. Okay, guys, so there you have it. Week number 4 in the books, or going to be soon to be in the books before next week. I hope you guys have some great success with it this week. Work on really staying focused on making sure that if you've been chicken winging it or flipping the golf club with the right hand, to get that right hand to come off at impact, keep those eyes extremely quiet. And you're going to see that when we start getting into the drills next week, you're going to start to see some really good results with your ball striking if you get a chance to go out to the range or the golf course. Also, I want to let you guys know, if you're having an issue with moving your weight into your lead side, I never really had a good solution on how to do that perfectly. I got a great video that's one of our members' favorites. It's called Sitting into the Left Side. It's actually a video and a drill that I used with one of my students today that was absolutely perfect for us to be able to unload our body properly. If you want to see that video in its entirety, then you can go ahead and click the link in the description below, or I'm going to show you a preview of that video at the end of here. Just go ahead and click on that video. It'll take you over to our website where you can sign up for a free membership, no questions asked. You watch that video in its entirety and it'll certainly get you well on your way to moving your weight into your lead side properly. Also, do me a favor, click that like button below, and if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to post those below and I'll help you out as best I can along the way over the next week. Also, remember to subscribe to our channel. That way you get notifications when we're ready to put out video number 5 or any of our additional content. Let's get out there, guys. Good luck this week. Make it a great day.
Drawn straight down from a down the line view from the rear. So typically we'll draw that at address. That's not the most important one, but if we draw it at address and we leave it sitting here, you can basically see where a straight line would be drawn down straight a couple inches behind my heel. As I come down into impact, when people lose